Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of LANCESCURV Live. It's pretty late over here, but I told you I was going to go live, and I'm always going to keep my promise. I had found myself backed up in some work behind the scenes. I mean, stuff that we do on websites and different things, and I had some chores outside to do, but like I said, I always say 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, but I've been tardy, but you all understand, and I want to thank you all for rocking with me. This is not going to be a 3 or 4 hour show. It might be about 1 hour or so that I shoot for, and I'm going to jump in the sack and jump right up again and get right into what I have to get right into. Jeff Spark of Divinity of Woo. Welcome. Mixed genre faves. I told you I was going to do it. I don't care how tired I am. I'm going to do it. I have to talk to my family every single day. It's not just a matter of, I'm just doing shows, do for whatever reason. I have to talk to my family every day. It's therapy for me. And hopefully as I kind of pour out my big head of thoughts and experiences, maybe you can get something out of that too. I truly love who I am. I love where I am. I love everything about my life. There's a few things, little kinks that I have to work on, but for the most part, I'm enjoying life right now. I've slowed down a little bit. I'm still just as efficient as ever before. So it's not like say, you're older now, so we can see you slowing down. No, I learned how to preserve my energy. It's like an old fighter who doesn't swing crazy, but he picks his shots. He knows when to hit. He knows when to rest. And the energy output that he gave was more effective than when he was all over the place. But I'm still I got that thing in me to keep going and be all over the place, and I will let it out every now and then. But now it's going to be more measured. And the way I see the world is a whole lot different than I saw the world years ago. There's a lot of similarities. It's not like it's a complete change of the way I saw the world years ago. No, it's an evolution. It's an ascension. It's how we evolved. So I always compare it to that tree that we used to climb that wasn't that big when we were kids back when we grew up, but it looked big because we were a little kid. And then you go back and you see the tree bigger, but you say, wait a second, is this the same tree? It has so many extra branches on it and it's so much taller. You can't really see the old tree in this same tree that you think is a new tree until you stand there and you hit certain angles and you're like, there's the branch way up there I used to climb up on top of. So things evolve and things change. And I just want to welcome, I already mentioned Jeff Spark of Divinity, Mixed Genre Faves, Giant Gain in the house. Yes. Simply Deep 1985. Yes, we're here. And I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to see everybody here. Master Glam. Wow. How did I skip over you? Look, I'm a little fatigued now. And I'm going to give a little time in and just get in on this subject. And I'll be back to normal tomorrow. I'm just so glad, because what happens is that, like, we did the show with Beatrice Noel Sunday night. Then we did the show with Neil Frazier on Monday night. And then with Positively Angela. So I was up kind of late after that. And I slept late. So I can still get to bed on time after doing this show, get up and get the sunlight. And I still have footage that I took in the street that I haven't uploaded yet. But I dropped something on Patreon. I had not difficulty with it. I dropped the audio, but I wanted to spread it out to other platforms in different ways. So I took it down, put it back up, took it down, put it back up, because there's things about Patreon that I'm still learning, and I also uploaded it unlisted on Rumble, because Rumble doesn't give you the same problems that YouTube does. YouTube says, listen, come on over, you shadow band channel. I'll put it up for you on unlisted. But my question to YouTube is, are you going to be mad at the content that I put up, even though it's unlisted, so that those who I share it with, like on Patreon, can see it, but will you strike me because of it? So I don't want to get no aha, because with the topic, what is good, P-U-S-S-Y, that was the adult title, and I will be doing adult things on Patreon. I'm going to try to do it every single day, not just along those lines, but just different stuff that I know I can't put up on YouTube. So YouTube is iffy. It's almost like, okay, you do something bad and you have an aunt, a mother, a father, or whoever that's like, I'm not going to beat you for doing that. I'm not going to beat you. Come on inside the house. You don't have to get scared. And they don't do nothing. Then you go lay down in the bed and you're half asleep. You hear them creeping up the steps. Pow, 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 pow. but you said you wasn't going to beat me. You said you wasn't going to beat me. That's what I said outside, but inside I got you. So I'm not scared of YouTube. Because one day me and YouTube are really going to seriously part ways. Because there's other things coming out, whatever. YouTube is not doing nothing for me. It's like swimming upstream, but I keep on here because my family's here, and this is how you can get to the people. It's still a good platform for that, but they're so bipolar, and they're so not with the kind of ideology that I spew, as they say. So I have to be careful, not scared, but I want to remain here to keep in contact with you. And the day that I'm out of here for good and I'm on other platforms, I'll be well established there. So I'm still studying up on different things, but it's all an ascension. And to speak about the word ascension, Kersey, hi, I got to answer you back. I got the message for you. I got to answer you back on that. Okay. Cause I have some obstacles with that, but then there's ways of doing what I have to do, but it will be a little bit of work. I didn't forget you. And there's so many people that I have to answer back. These last few days have been kind of, I had chores that I forgot that I had to do when I got up late this morning. I'm like, oh man, I can't even get into the work yet. So tomorrow it'll be a work day, but I'll take out all the wrinkles and I'll be back to normal. But this is a part of my life that I just can't let go because I love you guys so much. It really is good talking to you on the conference lines or just here, seeing you in the chat room. I sincerely mean that. And that's from my heart. I love that. I couldn't go to bed tonight, right? It's 2:38 in the morning over here, right? And I am feeling it, but now I feel the energy surge hitting me since I'm here. You know what I mean? So that's a beautiful thing. But I want to say that, the title, I was going to say to Unify with dysfunctional, whatever. I said, nah, let me just say Kneegrows. Because yes. And I'll be doing that soon too. I've been trying to reach him, but he's been busy. I know I'm going to get him tomorrow and probably will do something before the week is over. Also, I was speaking to one of my Muslim brothers, and we're going to do a tribute to Minister Akbar Muhammad. And the reason being, there's some inside information, but we need to do that now, really soon. That's what I'll say. And that's Akbar Muhammad. That's the right-hand man of Minister Louis Farrakhan, who I've done several interviews with him. He's come to my home. We did a recording there. He had time. And my brother Vibrant, Isa Muhammad, called me up and he said, listen, we have a little time to kill before we get to the airport. This is when I was in Orlando. And I actually spoke to him last year. And now I'm really upset. And I'll tell you why. Because last year he was given, chief status somewhere in Ghana up near the Cape Coast. And everybody wanted me to go up there and meet with him and do like a live show and maybe some recorded stuff, follow him around and stuff. He knows me well. I know him well. We ate dinner in Tampa. We were down at a presentation down in Fort Pierce. There's an old video. I'm standing there in the hall talking about social media and the importance of it. Next, there's a lot of things buried down into the archives that I've done, not to pat myself on the shoulder, but it's there. And I'll start digging some of those things up and showing them and make little shorts out of them and everything like that. But, read between the lines. He's like, listen, my friend said he's talked to his daughter and we need to do this thing pretty quick. And he won't be able to come on right now, but I have some clips that the world never saw of all of us together. And I'll bring those up. We're going to have some brothers that really knew him well. He's still alive, but we need to do this thing really quick. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of like, this is what gives me that sense of urgency, right? Because it's like, man, I'm here in Ghana and it wasn't even a full year. I mean, this is May, right? This had to be like August or September. And things are not looking so good with the health. And I could have got that. You know what I mean? I could have got that footage and had it to share. That's something I lost. I take it very serious because we're not going to be here forever. It's just the same way when I was communicating with Dick Gregory's wife, who scheduled all of the interviews and different things like that, right? So, it was slow talks and stuff, but it was accelerating. And I kind of felt, well, by the way we're talking and the way his schedule is, I'll get a chance to talk to him you know, and get him on the stream and where he could show his face. And I know he'd probably cuss me out, you know, because toward the end he's like, huh? What do you mean? You know what I mean? But that's okay, right? A month later, he transitioned. I was like, oh man. And I remember the first time I did an interview with Akbar, I think this was back in 2014 or 15, maybe early 2016. And my buddy Malik Aziz, who I've interviewed here several times, he gave me Akbar's number. He said, call him. I'm like, my knees were shaking. I'm like, I got his number and I can call him? So I called him and told him how things were going to work. And he told me, he's like, Lance, you just missed the minister. He just retired right now. You know, they make sure that he gets in the bed at the time. I just got on the phone with him and I was going to do an interview. And he said it was a little earlier that he'd come on with me. I was like, oh, though you were a pregnant black woman, you pulled the plow. What? Like a horse, like a dog, even a cow. He filled your womb with his wicked seed. I would have been like, hamada, 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 hamada. You know what I mean? And I just missed him. And so my other friend Viber said, well, brother, if he comes to Orlando or wherever you are, we're going to make sure. And I'm like, I'm going to have to push it. I'm going to have to be like a groupie because I do have the connections, but I've been cool because I don't want to bother anybody. I do have a lot of different connections, but I got to stop that because I want to bring you that. And then even when they're on the show, whoever it may be, not because they may be famous or something, but somebody in the culture that I can drop the link and say, hey, come on in and talk with them. It's not about me. I can call and whatever, but even like with Irritated Genie, he's the modern day man who you can compare to the greats of yesteryear who did stuff for us as a people. I need to get him on this week. I got the capability. I got Rumble live right now anyway, and we'll come on over there, be on Rumble, and I'll put the Rumble on the website so you have that forever chat room that's just sitting there forever, forever, forever. That's my job. You know, it's not about me. I enjoy the wheeling and dealing behind the scenes, making the phone calls and getting people on. I did more of that then, but now that I brought the platform to the point of where I wanted to be, now I can just shuttle in these brothers and sisters. There's another one that I have to get on. Sister J had recommended him to me, and time slipped today. This guy is awesome. I don't know if you ever heard of him before. Let me get his name right, because I have his contact stuff, but I want to approach him the proper way. You know what I mean? Let me see. I want to get his name right. I'm gonna throw his name out there to the universe. You probably heard him before. God, what is his name? I gotta pull this up. I'm looking. Dr. B Sirius, like Sirius Radio, satellite. Dr. B Sirius. So that guy's phenomenal. He talks fast and makes sense. He's not just a talker, he's a doer. So these people who also may be shadow banned or may not be popular, if I can add 2%, you know what I mean, to the brother's popularity on this little platform, then that's good. You know what I mean? So I'm looking for good people like this who are about it, who bring it. And if they're the type that may get me shadow banned, I got another way around it. I mean, shadow ban more or shut down, because they're on that right now. Big time. You see what I mean? So those are the brothers I want to bring on. We're going to hammer it down. And I don't care if the videos don't get 1 million hits. They probably do. Some of them probably do. They're not going to let us see the numbers. I don't care. It's from the heart. It will be there. And I'm going to spread it on as many platforms as I possibly can. So when someone starts shutting your stuff down, it's somewhere else. Another thing YouTube has been doing is shutting down old videos that I didn't know they shut down. I'm going around looking for it. I got the page up and it's an empty hole. I got 2 years worth like that from Vimeo shutting me down after the Irritated Genie interview and when they tried to shut down my website. You see what I mean? So this is some serious stuff. You mean you take time, not even time out of your life. This becomes your life and your passion. And these people are so wicked that they will shut stuff down. But if you look at, there was some Confederate Christian dude that came on. I let him say a few stupid things before I shut him down. And during the show, I clicked on to his YouTube page. And wouldn't you believe he had a video, some videos that were put up, they had clips of movies like Roots, when they were whipping Kunta Kinte to make him say his name, Toby. But they had took these clips of the movies and retitled them. And there were other movies throughout history that, well, you know, recent history movies that had these hardcore clips, black women getting smacked down by white men, and just these they weren't popular, but they were out there, like these cheap movies. And he took clips and put it on there, you know, the black mammy gets hers, you know, just all of it. And it was a whole lot of stuff like that. So he's coming on as a joke to say, yes, Donald Trump is a troll. Donald Trump has done stuff for people and black people and so and so. And these are the way these people talk in real life. I got a couple of people here on Rumble who send me these messages and do the same thing. So these people that you think that because they smile at you or certain, put it this way, there's a mass of people who feel that way about us. And I really don't care. Just don't get in my way, put your hand on me, or try to threaten me, because the way I am is no, oh, well, you know, I couldn't do it. No. Maybe if I was still in America, I'd probably be in a prison somewhere for doing something back to somebody, and they will make me seem like I'm the one that's guilty, even though it's like self-defense. You see what I mean? So maybe this is a way of preserving my life even more so. But I've never had, I've had people say things. I'm driving a bus, they drive past you, they know you. LANCESCURVs, I see you up there. Don't come to the panhandle, and they drive off. I've had cars follow my bus. I'm not even trying to say I'm on some targeted individual stuff, but they watch you. They see you. Word gets around. It's spooky. You driving and there's a car, click, click, click. You can't see who it is. The windows are tinted. They drive for 2 or 3 miles and follow you. You know, that's about how it got. But these are individuals I feel that, you know, took the harassment into their own hands, although it's confirmed that there are agencies that watch, but they watch everybody. All these years I've been talking to, of course they're going to watch me. The people I bring on, always connected to Akbar Muhammad, always connected to the Black Panthers, always connected to the 12 tribes of Israel. Oh, he's connected to the 5%ers. Well, damn it, yeah. I'm connected to all of them. I grew up in New York City. I know people in every group, probably groups I don't even know about. Just growing up in New York City. So what's the problem? I can't connect with my people. Each one of those groups may have a slightly different ideology, but at the root, they're expressing themselves where they need to express themselves through their own experiences. So I'm going to reject them to make some white organization feel comfortable. I'm not here to feel comfortable. I'm here to be a thorn in your side because of what I see happening to my people. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. And it's not going to be long. But the bottom line is, you know, I've said this before about the whole, we need to unify. We need to get together. Look at the old videos. We've been sleeping. We need to wake up. Right now, the house is burning down so bad. Get out, bring out the ones who see things the way you see it, and we'll unify with them. But we cannot unify with everybody. We cannot unify with everybody. And Khadijah, I owe you a phone call. I haven't forgotten about you. I know it's late. After this show is over, we're going to chat for 5 minutes and we'll talk tomorrow. I got your number right here. I just wrote it down again. I got it right here on this piece of paper. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to put your phone number out there, but I'm going to say there's a 37 in there somewhere, right? Correct? Give me a thumbs up or a 1 for saying that. I got it right here on this paper. I'm going to call you straight up. I'm going to follow through with what I committed to do. But I had a lot of things rush me in these last couple days. And Sister Seven from London, I have something to put up for her, but I'm not going to do it tonight. I'll do that first thing in the morning for me. As soon as I wake up, after I take my little pee-pee, wash my hands, I'm going to come and sit down and start to construct the banner and recalibrate the sound and make it something nice. So that by the time you guys wake up or in the mid-morning, between 10 and 11, I'll have something up for you. And then I'm going to get out the house, get some footage and talk to people. I got to get some sunlight. But that's the thing, though. To unify with dysfunctional people. You know, this demon has done a hell of a job on us. So I can't say that I hate them. I can't say that I wish that they didn't wake up. I wish that they did, but we have to move on. We can't sit here waiting any longer. We're too divided. We know that. But we're severely divided. Let's not even talk about us as a group. Let's talk about families at the core. Our families are busted up. We have some good families, yes. But most families have that oddball in there that keeps stuff going. And many families have several oddballs in there that can act normal when people who don't know of their dysfunctions come around. We got some weird families out here, and we need to call it out before we even speak about us as a mass of people. Because how are you going to build a good house when the bricks and the cinder blocks are crumbling? You can't do it. If you don't have the proper concrete set right to make a foundation, you cannot build a good house. This is from the heart. Y'all, I don't carry scripts on these shows. I just talk from the heart. Don't know what I'm going to say 5, 10, 15 minutes ago, but whatever it is, I'm going to say it. We rolling. But it hurts me to see this because I ain't 80, I ain't 90, I'm not 100 years old, but I'm 60, man. 10 years ago, I was 50. Most people are like, oh, I'm getting near 50. I done had all the 50s and I'm done with it. It's written. It is written and recorded. And when I look around like that tallest tree, I'm not saying I'm the tallest tree in the forest. There are many more taller than me as far as experiences, as far as knowledge, because most of the time I'm sitting here learning from my chat room because all of you all are phenomenal and brilliant. But what I have to say is that I'm getting a little height on my tree in the forest, and I'm seeing many trees that have been around as long or longer than me, but they're not getting higher. Meaning their wisdom, their foresight, their drive. To me, every year that you live, every decade that goes by, you may physically get older and go on a decline eventually. I am not in denial of that, but your movements should be more effective. You should be more effective with your aggression. Again, like I mentioned boxing earlier, you are a fighter and you're getting older. When you were a younger fighter, you had all of the energy in the world. But now as you close down toward the end of your career and it's obvious, you've learned to be more effective with the aggression that you have. You don't waste punches. You don't jump around unnecessarily to get winded and tired. You're more aware of what you have in your gas tank. So you spend it wisely. Just the same way when you get an extra check that you didn't expect. And in our foolishness or youthful foolishness, and some of us who are older, we spend money like there's no tomorrow because we got a slightly bigger check, but we felt rich for a time and we end up crashing down into poverty and being broke again. Now we're looking in the ashtray in the car, that sticky ashtray. We knew there's 35 cents there. We got to get it. And now we know between the cushions of the couch, it fell out our pocket or your purse, and we got to go in there and get it because now you don't have it no more because of your dumb mentality. And I'm not saying this to the chat room. I just got to get this off my chest. It's like a family discussion to those who need it. And I know that we're brilliant here in this chat room. But it irks me. So now that fighter has to be more efficient. Effective aggression is what gets it. Jumping on YouTube, yeah, we got to wake up. Oh, we got to unify. No, connect with those who are like-minded. Because on purpose, we were divided on purpose so efficiently. And we're smart. But we got this emotional thing going on. We're so tied to the system. We want to have the brand new car. We want to have the best butt. So now we go put chemicals in our butt to make the butt look good for what? Money spent. And you going down to the Dominican Republic, you're going down to Brazil to get a butt that looks like you wearing diapers that doesn't even look good. To go on Instagram and turn around something false just to attract men out of a twisted lust? Don't nobody's butt look like that. We're so disconnected and sliced up. I always say it damn near every show. We're plastic people now. We're not even people no more. We don't even share a vibration with anybody no more. The thing that made us take the jab, so they say, we were already messed up before that, but that really was the final nail in the coffin. We can't see each other's face, each other's eyes. We are scared to look at each other. We can't smile at each other. Brothers can't smile at the sisters unless he trying to get some from me. And if a sister treats a brother good, oh, she a gold digger. Y'all don't even know each other. It could be where you're destined to meet and fall in love and build and procreate. Be fruitful and multiply across the earth. But that will never happen because of the attitudes we have. And we got these brothers whose minds are screwed up. Rewired. Their minds are rewired from what they're supposed to be. And instead of seeing a beautiful woman and being attracted to her, he's out there trying to creep in a bar somewhere or some sick app on the phone laying next to you trying to get a dick in his mouth. How you going to build a community like that? We are dysfunctional. Used to be where the brothers wanted to get together and play some football in the park, even when they got to their 20s and 30s. Come on, man, we're going to do some basketball for a couple hours. Then we're going to do some family time with our families. But you can't even trust that. Honey, where you going? I'm going to hang out with the fellas. We're going to play a little ball in the park. You drive past the park and they ain't even there. You see what I mean? What kind of people have we become? So I'm not unifying with that. And that's just on a family level. We used to be a spiritual people before we got here. And for those who are already here, yes, before that demon arrived. We are all over the world. I understand that. But when they got around us, they rewired us. Of course, they tortured us. And again, stop thinking of slavery just like an episode of Roots or a week full of Roots. 5 episodes. I don't know how many episodes it was. Was it 6? Was it 8? Was it 10? Let's just say it was 5. You know, it's going to fit in from Monday to Friday. And we go on a commercial break to get something to drink or go use the restroom and come back. It fits neatly into our life. Boy, slavery was bad, but you could never taste it, never smell it, never feel it. Did they take you to the hospital after they roughed you up? No, you had to heal up whichever best way you could. And if you didn't perform the way the slave master wanted you to perform with your broken legs and welts and diseases and things biting you, they might as well just hung you. Imagine you're asleep with your woman in whatever little slave cabin you have. And that demon comes, doesn't even knock on the door. In his mind, you don't even deserve a knock. Your mind is drift off somewhere. You hugging your wife tight. You're spooning her tight. It feels good. I'm not even talking about on a sexual level. It's just so comfortable. Then you wrap your feet around. You're deep sleeping. Your heads are touching. And there's a lot to do when you sleep with your wife. It's not just the sexuality. But with your brains physically touching, your heads touching, there's a bond that's formed, and you're ripped out of your sleep and you look over above you in the darkness, and there's the slave master pushing you off the side of the bed. You hugged up on your wife and he's unbuckling his pants. And you got to watch this because he's going to make you watch this. He don't want you to have nothing. It's the same like America, the system of America. They don't want you to have a damn thing. You work hard all your life. And if you're lucky, you might be barely making it. Yes, the few make it who get down with the secret handshakes. Yes, the few make it who compromise themselves in many ways that you don't want to compromise yourself with the various orifices you have. You see what I mean? But these people that look like us, they are the worst because we can't tell what's in their head. We can't tell what's in their heart. And you all know personally when you were on that conference call and I spilled the beans on what I went through when I came out here to Africa. All I'll say is with the people that came with me, low down and dirty. That means you had this in your heart all along. You didn't like a person's light. You didn't like his wife's light. That is a hell of a lesson. I'm not saying everybody's like that. But when they come with their smiling faces, sometime pretend to be your friend, not even friend, brother. They come out of nowhere. They have been people that I've met out here. Me and Mr. SCURV doing a walk and talk or just around and about. And here they come. And I'm good now on a discernment level. I already know they're trouble. I can't hide my number. They get it. But them people there, I ain't picking up for. I already know it. It's treacherous out here. It's treacherous in America. I'm vetting everybody. If you're already here, you're here. But these newfangled, Ankh wearing, kente cloth wearing, whatever, you got to prove to me because I don't have that much time. Not meaning like, I think I'm old enough. No, I got a lot of time on that level, but I don't have any time to waste with what my passion is. It is so frustrating. Today went by so fast. It's okay. Because I ain't wasting no time no more. You see what I mean? Because these people just don't want to give you a little trouble or kind of break up what you're doing or make you lose momentum. These people here, they can lie to themselves all they want. They want death for you. They want death. Who knows who is ordering them to bring your head back, beheaded, and literally too. The amount of animal sacrifices out here, see, things get back to me. Y'all know who it is. I'm just saying, animal sacrifices? How did you turn into this? Several times. But the more you sacrifice an animal to bring me down, it makes me stronger. You've got to know this. There will be people who turn on you to who you wouldn't have believed. Sometimes you'll be in the bed next to them. Sometimes they're family or in-laws, or it could be damn near a stranger. I'm not telling you to be paranoid. But we don't need to unify with these strangers. We need to check ourselves and check those around us, and y'all can keep checking me. But what we need to unify with, instead of being distracted and looking outside, is ourselves. You know you're not going to take yourself and hurl yourself off the top of a building, put something in your arm and shoot it in. ingest things that are not good for you, you know you're not going to hurt yourself like that. So start out with you, a one man or a one woman army. And when you run your life this way, you will see who's who that come around you. Because it's like you eating a whole watermelon all day, and you go outside at night in the summertime, the mosquitoes are going to be coming for those veins. You got to be on point now more than ever before, because we can easily be tapped into by certain organizations on our phones. So they already know everything about us. They already know them naked pictures that you got in the phone. I'm just joking, y'all, but I'm just saying, we can't even have a private life anymore. So what if you got naked pictures in the phone? We're sexual beings with life force. Sexuality is one branch off the whole tree of life force. And if you enjoy that, as you should, it's like that's the only bit of heaven that they'll leave us with that they can't take away, and they're going to try to take that away too. It was sent to me where healthy wombs will be given to these trans men so they can have kids. What the hell? That's like a bunch of bubblegum machines, and there's one that's empty. The store owner didn't fill it up with bubblegum, but there's 3 other machines there. That's like me putting in a dime or a quarter, whatever it may be, if you have bubblegum machines anymore, and getting the bubblegum from out of that one, and then going to the part where it comes out in the empty, sticking it up there and playing pretend. Oh, I got a piece of bubblegum from here. How sick. This play pretend world. And we're supposed to go in along with this, and we see the madness, and we're not supposed to say anything. And when we get on these platforms and speak about it, they shadow ban us or shut us down because they gave it to us to influence us, and it was free. Watch what they give you. Watch when they give you something for free. Oh, I ain't got to use no calling cards no more to call down to Jamaica or Africa. I can just get on WhatsApp. See? And we become dependent on it. And it's been around for a while. They let you get it good. They let you get it good. Not realizing there's a price to pay because we're all profiled. I'm out and about with it. I'm a flaming heterosexual. I'm a flaming revolutionary. You can, yeah. So I've had nasty pictures on my phone from back in the day. I'm a little freak. I don't care. Show them. Y'all know. That's why they're mad at me. We can't embarrass them. We can't. No, you can't. You might try to use some AI. Look, they might try to use some AI shit in the future and take my voice and put me up as some homo or put me up as some whatever. You know what I mean? And they'll do that to smear you. Then if they do that, they need to show me this person who's an AI and whatever. Show me concrete stuff, whatever it may be. Oh, LANCESCURV robbed the bank. There's his face. We're living in dangerous times because now if they want to get you, they can fabricate something and take your voice. Take your face. This AI digital stuff, we worried about the money with the digital, system coming, but they can lock us up on some false stuff that they want. Think about that aspect of it. You raped a woman. You raped a white woman in the Netherlands. I was never in the Netherlands. Only when I did the layover, when I came over here. Well, yes, that's what you did it. See, we got proof. And half of the people who follow this channel, oh, that's terrible. Did you hear what Lance did? Throw you under the bus. Crazy. And half of us who are coons will roll along with it. Be ready for that. Be ready to really check your inner circles. Because it's a matter of life and death, the period that we're coming to. And it's no joke. We are in a war. And most of us don't even know it. It's a slow burn for some. It's immediate for others, those of us who get shot down and killed by police officers. Like the night that I was driving my friend to the store, so his mother can have something to cook for the father when he woke up for work. We were all hanging out by my friend's house, his brothers, his sisters, his in-laws. Forgot what the occasion was, but the father had to get up to go to work. So since my car was the last car, pulled up in the driveway, I said, no, we ain't gotta move out all these cars. I'll take you. And it happened to be a car that I bought brand new, and it was only a month old, so it was looking hot. And those 11 cops pulled me out the car and beat me down. Come to find out there was somebody else with the exact same car that was selling machine guns. I met the guy, and he heard about what happened. You see what I mean? You can be at peace one day, minding your business, and you could find yourself busted up in a jail cell. Busted up, lip busted up, eyes closed like a Rocky movie. And in New York City, they got a trick when they beat you down. They keep you in there a maximum of 3 days before you see a judge. They can run you in and run you out. It may take a couple hours, but when you have wounds, they keep you in there long so the wounds and the swelling can go down, even though it won't really disappear. And I have to find that picture of me. I had a Public Enemy shirt on. Isn't it a damn something? The night they got me like that, I had a Public Enemy shirt on, a sweater, and a pretty big overcoat. That was prophetic, and that messed up my mind so much. I never went to a doctor to say I have PTSD, but I know I do. Most of my friends agree on that too. I'm not saying that's something to brag about, like if you mess with me, I'll get crazy and get you. But it made me rethink things that I heard of, but I never tasted. So what about the things that are there for some of us that we're going to have to taste for us to realize we have to walk a different way? You can't waste your time in 2023 trying to unify with dysfunctional people. Let it come naturally. This is why I can't not talk to my family every single night on this platform. I put it out there. Mixed genre face says, yeah, whatever. She said, yeah, we're going to do it. And maybe she thought, like, oh, maybe Lance fell asleep. You know what I mean? It was crazy. Oh, yeah, Yapple. It was 11 of them. 11 of them beat me down. Pull it. They had me first when the guy, I told the story a million times. White female cop said I was driving no insurance. I said I was. I let the insurance on my black vehicle that I had before that I traded in, it lapsed. And that's what turned up on the computer. And I had another black Buick Regal, a little aerodynamic. I would never buy that car now. That was back in 88, December of 88 when I purchased it. This was January of 89. And when she told me, I said, listen, it's probably not reading right. I could not pull this car brand new off of the lot without total coverage. But you can check, and I'll give you my credentials, which are in the glove compartment. You can reach it yourself, not trying to be funny, or I can get them. Had my hands visible. Tracy Monty was her name. I know she's retired now. Little white Italian cop. She walked away. She said, you're free to go. Then Officer Benninger, this tall, big Puerto Rican guy, where the fuck you think you going? And I didn't escalate it because I know he wanted me to escalate it. I wasn't scared of him. This dude was tall, big, whatever. I was short and big and whatever. I was a pit bull back at that time. He smashed my head in the top of the car when I was standing there in the open door, and he told me to put my hands behind my back. I'm like, what did you do that for? And why am I arrested? He wanted me to take a swing at him and do something, and so they can tase me, shoot me, whatever. Then all the cars came, looked like Christmas out there, all them lights. They jumped on me, and I heard that I stood up with 4 of them on me. I don't know how it was possible, but that's what they tell me. I kind of blanked out, and I walked to the back, and they were like, this guy. I was terribly strong. I don't know about that 4, but that's what they told me, the 2 guys that were with me. They got me to the back of the car, face down on the trunk, and for about 2 or 3 minutes, possibly, whatever, it felt like forever, this white cop was punching me in the face. While I was in the chokehold, the chokehold that kills everybody, right? Just killed the guy in the subway, right? Killed the other brother in Staten Island. Killed a lot of people. This guy was up on the back of my trunk. It was a coupe, the vehicle. It wasn't a four-door, but I had a trunk. The cop was up on there, leaning his whole body down on my neck, and I just kind of put my head down on my shoulders. They trying to pop my neck off. At the same time, I'm face down. You mean you got your hands, another cop, playing with my balls, grabbing it hard, like he wants to rip it off. This other guy is punching me in the face. And somebody else is pulling my fingers back behind me and pulling the thumbs back way beyond what they would need to cuff me. And they all laid on me like that while the guy punched me in the face. So you want to talk about rage, you want to talk about PTSD, you want to talk about all those things, my intelligence and my upbringing and my parents and my stable home and all the support that the people gave me. I never went to a doctor or anything like that. I am psycho. That's why I'm psycho with the work. I'm so psycho, it's like age don't want to hit me. I'm getting older and I can see it and I can feel it slightly. I understand that, but something happened to me. I lost a bit of my innocence. Of course, I wasn't innocent in life. I knew all different carnal pleasures and all that stuff, but that thing there and the harassment that happened after that, I know how your world can change immediately. Yet I was still cordial many years after that in my dealings, but I got this thing inside of me that can snap anytime. So I take it out on my work. I take it out and express it myself. When I see cops out there killing people, I cry all the time. I hate it. I hate it. I actually hate it. And I'm glad I'm not around there no more, because maybe I'll be that guy that just stops doing what I'm doing and becomes some kind of vigilante because I'm slick like that. I have a very diabolical mind that I take out in a creative way. You understand? So I'm glad I'm out here. I'm not just talking tough. There's things that I did waiting for them. Sitting up on top of a rooftop in my house. I'm not that kind of guy to handle things that are not legit, but I was waiting for a cop to drive down the block at that time. I didn't have no slingshot with me either. I can't sleep at night, and it's the hardest thing for me to do. You know the other things that happened with me before 2 consecutive days in August of 1980? Wake up and there's a guy in my room. The next day there's somebody chasing me, mistaken identity with a gun, and I had to get out of there. That ticked it off, and then that, years later, didn't make it no better. So your people know. Like when cops see me in America, they knew. Like even if I was in my bus driver uniform, the way I walk and the way I hold myself, they're not going to get me that way. They knew I was like, hey, fella, were you ever in the military? I don't have to be in the military to be militant or to be military in my spirit, as all black men are supposed to be. You see what I mean? I'm isolated because of that. I have you all here, but I can't deal with fake ass people. I can't deal with it. They're not aware of certain things. They got too much damn ego. These dysfunctional Negroes. They're such a low vibrational people. Most of them. And we know that. They worry about how they look and what car they drive and superficial stuff and want to say some slick out the mouth ass things to you and expect you to want to be cool with them. When you know of things and places in your heart, in your mind, and in your body that they will never travel to. Thank God I have what I have. I get up and I just do what I do every day. I'm not making no big money from this. People, they lie and say, I got all this money to build. No, we sold our house and took the goddamn equity and it ran out. So I'm doing check by check. Damn hating ass Negroes. I'm cool with where I am and what I'm doing now. And they got them out here wanting to get up in your business. What business for what? So you can run and say something stupid? Because I don't want to be around these people? Stay away from me if you fake. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you were to me. Let me live out my life and express myself, and it just gets my pain out of me. I cry every day for different reasons. That's the side that people don't know. Sometimes I stay up for 2 and damn near 3 days. Mrs. Scurv can tell you. I can tell her sometimes, sweetheart, I'm feeling that way. I probably won't sleep tonight. I want to. I mean, it's 3:21 a.m. It's okay. I can lay down after this is over, get up at 10, around there. You know, I'm not doing anything else other than that and helping her. And actually, I probably will stay up because I have some PVC pipes here to carry and help her down to the van, which is half a block away. So I can already tell you, I know I'm going to be up till about 7 o'clock this morning. And I'm going to sleep and wake up at 3 or 4. Get ready for the show, take a walk out. It's a very isolated lifestyle. And I love it like that because I can't mix up with too many fake people. My slot for that, or my quota for fake ass people, it's already done. It's broken. And these people who have effed up with me before, like not just an innocent mistake or whatever. No, I'm not hard on people. I'm very forgiving. But these entities who purposely come at you a certain way to destroy you, to smear you, whatever, and you catch them, I'm not looking for it, but all things are revealed. Then you disappear. I'm cool with that. You remember when I put up that notice in September about my friend, checking certain people out? Certain people ran because they knew they were fake ass, and I knew it too. I just want to travel light right now. I just want to get out of my system anything that can benefit others, whether it's through art or writing of shows, or we are expressing ourselves and having a good time. Because to be honest, when I see how we overall as a people have ended up, I'm in great pain. But I had to go through all of that to get to the people here who are in the chat room, whether you're here or not. I know who's who. But it brings me a great pain because I can see that we're worse off than we ever been before. And we don't even realize we're in a war. And all these fake ass leaders, we need to come together. We need to unify. Better you just have sex and come together than try to come together as a people to build a community. Because that's most of what y'all damn want anyway. Most of the Negroes, pleasure seeking, hedonistic, undisciplined. I'm a man. I like pussy. I like eating coochie. I like all that stuff. Since I don't do nothing else, that's all I got. Pleasure-wise. But you know what? I'm more disciplined than ever, and I can get rid of anything. When it comes time to focus, isn't it evident from when I was a young teenager? Just because I did a little bodybuilding and get muscles, that don't mean nothing. But I had discipline in my heart from back then. I was a soldier from back then. Even if I was living a crazy lifestyle with all the women and stuff like that, I was a soldier. And that's what they spotted in me when them cops pulled me over. They wanted to Toby me. They wanted to beat that out of me. And I'm determined. I didn't have a platform or a vehicle or a way to express myself en masse. And it's not about me. I'm just a motivator. If you could take something I give you freely that would keep your fires burning. I'm not trying to be the star in the marathon. I'm one of them dudes holding the cup for the people that are really running the race. I know my place. And that's the problem with these social media platforms that are controlled by the government. That nigga's dangerous. Because he ain't trying to take the office. He ain't trying to get all the women. He ain't trying. I know where my blip is on the radar screen. And I'm telling you from now, the majority of us have been compromised. Big time. Because we want the baubles and the trinkets and the ruby and the shiny red things that niggas like. And we'll sell our own souls out for that. Look at this stuff on social media now with this P. Diddy and Saucy Santana and this and that. They've been doing each other. These are our men who have money. They have money that can change the lives of people. Setting up community centers, taking the older men who know so much and spend time with them. Have people donate refreshments or dinner or food for the people the kids that don't have no food at home. Set up some computer centers for them. I don't have the money to do that, but if I can motivate somebody or some people to get together from where you stand, where you live, and then we can build a bigger network for those who we trust, because we get together with these people and we have a sincere heart, and they only thinking about, well, when it gets to $500,000, I can take 100. You know what I mean? I can take 100,000. I don't have it like that. And you know what? I'm gonna live comfortable, but once I get a little bit, I don't need but 2 or 3 pair of shoes. I don't need no big car. I'll be happy with a little Toyota Corolla. And when I finally get it, when my Social Security kicks in, if it's there, it's going to be brand new, because pretty much that's going to be the last car that I have for my life, because I'm going to keep it for 20, 25 years. And if my eyesight is still good when I'm 85 years old, then I might get another one, or a used one, because, you know, time is drawing near. But I don't care about that. In the time that I have, I'm not wasting. And we don't need to waste our time talking about, we need to unify. You got so many damn separate groups of black people. We are split up in so many ways that we are rendered impotent to do any damn thing, because we don't see ourselves with a common thread behind us. Yes, we know that those who are born in America have maybe different culinary tastes than someone who was born in the Sudan or Tanzania or Kenya or Ghana or Gambia. We're people of the planet. We're the original people of the planet. So I'm not even going to say just Africa. We were here before slavery. And in school, we were taught that our history began at slavery. So now that's put in our head that we're born to be subservient, while the white kids laughed. Spear chucker, African booty scratcher. You people were slaves. We owned you. And when nobody was looking, I punched them square in the face. You know them closets that they used to have where you had to step in it and slide the door back? Maybe you didn't have it in the elementary school and you hung your coat and your bag in there. I'd sit there at the table like I'm at my little desk there, like I'm finishing something up, and the teacher's going to walk out the room. And this one guy, I remember his name was Frankie, was in 3rd grade. He put a middle finger up at me, but he was doing it like he was digging his nose. And he's looking at me like, let me see this. The teacher walked out. I walked over to him and I smashed him. He wasn't knocked out, but he was stunned. And I just grabbed my bags and walked out. Next day, there was an incident, and Frankie and his parents are going to be coming up here, and we can't. I said, for what? Because you hit him. I said, can you prove it? I was a smart little kid. They transferred him out to school. I wasn't a bully, but I wasn't taking it. But I got away with a lot of stuff. So even before those other incidents happened, I knew the deal, and I was taught. My father and mother hit me to what was going on in the world from young. And as things started to happen, I didn't go through the shock of, why are they doing this? I thought white people were nice. You were watching too much of them damn sitcoms back in the 70s. Like Muhammad Ali said, if there's 1 million snakes outside of the door, and he knows that 10,000 of them are right and they're good and they want to do the right thing and they want to protect them and whatever, snakes, does he let the door open to let the 10,000 snakes come in that he knows is going to protect them, but then one might slip in to bite them? You're going to let them all in? See, so this is what a lot of Caucasians don't want to understand. That we have no time to sort it out like we're at the mail room. We work at the post office. Oh, this one piece of mail is going on the east side. That's the good side. And this part is going to the west. That's the bad side. We got no time to sit here and talk about, well, they're all not bad. As soon as you say something like that to me, about they're all not bad, and maybe there's some of them are not, I don't know, but I know the treatment I got overall. When you say that, you ain't going to hear from me no more. I have known some in my passing, but a snake never changes its nature. I have known some. There's one brother, I will call him a brother because he really proved it to me. He's different. He must got some black in him. When I was going through stuff with corrections, and they were trying to pin a lot of things on me and put me under these investigations, he stuck up for me. And he grew up in Klan land. Other than that, and we had some deep conversations about a lot of things. That's one in a million. I got no time to sit up. And while all the cross threads are pointing at me and all of the laser red dots are on my forehead oh, well, they're all not bad. Well, go coon for them and lick their boots then. You can't unify with Negroes. It's a curse and a waste of time, because it's just a matter of time before they throw you under the bus and reveal the hand of cards that they have for you. They may talk the revolutionary talk, some of them. They may act the revolutionary way. They may go to meetings and get up and say things, but doesn't Al Sharpton and Reverend Jesse Jackson, you call him a reverend, get up and say things? What the hell they do? Jesse Jackson wore Martin Luther King's shirt for days that had blood on it while he did television shows and interviews to show you the blood, to put in the mind of the people that, yes, I'm the heir apparent. I'm the next one. This man just got shot down. And you walking around in public with the shirt on? So guess what? Aren't you afraid that them same bullets are the same people going to shoot you down? No, but you all out in public doing your thing because you probably were a damn agent. And really, what have you done? They build you up and make you run for president? That's engineered. Al Sharpton, don't even tell me about him. We know he wore wires for the FBI back in the 70s. Reverend? Big fat. I mean, I was in a Chinese restaurant on Broadway right down the block from where the David Letterman show was being shot. There's a Chinese joint there. And in come Reverend Al Sharpton. The world didn't know him. He was just a local dude. Just a local dude. This is back in the early 80s for me. I just finished working out and I was going to hang out in the city. I was going to go by this girl's apartment, shower up, have a little fun. I had an outfit or two there. I was going to still stay out in the city. But I told her, I said, listen, I got to eat. I treated myself to some Chinese food. And here he comes with his big belly looking like he's in the third trimester of pregnancy with this big medallion, this cowboy hat sitting there, hair permed. These people who they put up they're not what they seem to be. Who knew that back in the day, he was deep-throating James Brown? And I heard that from someone who is really up there, but I promise not to say who. He told me a whole lot of other things about Hollywood and different things. I couldn't believe it, but I can believe it because this man is high profile. You all know him. I'm not going to say who it is, but he's been on the show a couple times. Don't put it in the chat room either. I told y'all a few of who it was. But I never had the cloak over my eyes like that to be fooled. Although my brother was always on heroin and on crack and whatever drugs, the times that he was sober, he was so wise. And he hit me to a lot of things. Hit me to a lot of deep things. You see? The thing is, I just don't know anymore. I just don't, because I've been privy to so much information from then and now, and I see how it's working out. I see where we are. And I don't mean to depress anybody. I'm not a doomsayer. I don't hate people. But if you put together a football team or a basketball team, and they're not producing, they don't seem to want to produce. Not because you're too hard on them, but you don't even see them show up to practice. So, I got to let go of y'all. You know what I mean? And we got to come with something new, even if the team is lean. Because I'm going out blazing now. Something happened to me when I turned 60. I'm like, we got to go for the knockout now. I'm not trying to wait no more. And the older I get the more I'm going to spill the beans. The older I get, starting from now. But don't waste your energy on people who are not worth it. They're just going to waste your time and go back to report to massa what your plans are to bring it to you to smash it. Even if you look, you don't have to be a revolutionary with a big machine gun and running around and going to do this and that. Because I've heard people say that have come out here to Ghana. They came out here to Ghana. They're going to change the face of Ghana and they ain't doing shit. Looking stupid. You shot your load. The people are laughing at you because they know that you're a fraud. You put doom on me and what I wasn't going to do, but you didn't know what I have in my heart. There's no goddamn fraud out here who can keep up with me. And that's not an egotistical statement. I know what kind of engine I got up under my hood. And if you defeat me, trust me, you're going to know that you was in an ass whipping too. Because right now, the more and more I live, I don't even fear things. I'm not even talking tough. Most of us, we got to be careful because they might kill us, or they might do this, and they might do that. And death comes swift. So you think I'm going to spend all my years worried about a swift moment? No. I'm living, baby. I'm going to eat some mangoes tomorrow. I'm going to eat some watermelon tomorrow. That's not a brag thing. I'm saying that while I do my thing, I'm living. I'm going to sleep deep tonight. If somebody comes by my door, I'll get up out in the middle of the night or whatever, and we going into combat. When it happens, it happens. So it's a good thing that my mind was messed up in a way where I'm damn near paranoid, PTSD'd out. You ain't got to go to fight in the white man's war to be that way. Most of us are like that. But we can't let it get us down where we implode. We got to turn that bad boy out on the enemy and be shrewd and be militant and be aware of what's around you. But take care of your body. Take care of your mind. Laugh and have good times with the real friends that you have around you. Love the real family around you. All DNA sharers are not family. They can be agents too, as I learned when I first got out here. But people still fall for the facade, the slick words. See, I can show my wife. I don't have to hide certain parts of my life because I'm professing one thing and doing dirt on the other side. I sure talk like I'm doing dirt for entertainment purposes, but that's just the way I lived when I was younger. That mark is still on me. So what? Ain't nobody perfect. I'm not trying to convince nobody nothing either. I ain't running for no damn United States presidency. I am who I am. I caught my scars. I've been through what I've been through, but accept me who I am. For who I am, rather. Take the good and leave the bad. You know, like when you're a little kid and you're in school and you don't want to eat the crust around the edge of the bread, and so you peel it back, you peel it off. We got to do that with some of these Negroes. Not tomorrow, not next year, but now. Evaluate who you have in your life. Evaluate who's real. If you think they're cool and you're not sure, amplify the revolutionary spirit in yourself and talk a certain way. Amp it up a little bit and watch the look on their faces. They start looking scared or they start tap dancing in place. I wish they would just actually physically tap dance when they hear you talk a certain way. Then you know, I don't know why I'm tap dancing, Lance, but for some reason after you said because you a coon, get out of here. But it's not that easy. It's not that easy. And we'll realize that once we get these entities and banish them out of our life, we'll travel lighter. We'll be like that bird that already took flight and he's way above and you sitting down looking at this bird saying, man, it must be cool to fly. And they're not even flapping their wings no more. All they got to do is keep their wings out and just tilt it forward or back and they'll go high with no effort. Beautiful feeling. And you know what? I got rid of all the obstacles around me. Any pop up, I'm getting rid of that. I'll steamroll them immediately. But right now I'm floating like that. And I'm in balance now. And even though I have my inner turmoil that has happened to me from things that happened to me in the past, it's not eating me up. I use it as a source of nuclear power. I don't care if you're talking to a little kid and his mama's there and you say nice things to encourage that kid in a revolutionary way without getting too heavy. Plant the seeds everywhere. Brothers, it don't mean coming up in some woman's womb all the time. Plant the seeds you'll live on forever. And they may not remember your name, but your DNA and your spiritual DNA will continue on. Plant the seeds in the brothers. We ain't talking about no download, plant the seeds in no next man's ass, because there's no life in the next man's ass. I don't care how much they push this thing. But you can get to the minds of your brothers and inspire them by your movement. I could not believe that years after my mother transitioned, that there were so many people that were coming up to me and telling me how she affected their lives. And this was not even in the time of the internet. The internet was around in some little baby way, but most people wasn't using it. It's like AI now. You're hearing about it, whatever. And most people don't use it, but 5 years from now, it'll be all up in your backside. I said, man, that's real value. That's a real valuable life because it's spread out and influenced so many people. I know she was a professor and taught in 2 colleges, LaGuardia College and Long Island University. I'm sorry. Long Island University. Getting brain farts up here. I started the show tired, but it didn't stop me. I'm gonna wrap it down soon, but that's just what I wanted to say. That was on my heart. And now I can get a little bit of sleep before Mr. SCURV wakes me up. And the sun's going to be beating down on me, but I'm going to come back and sleep. A lot of times I play tricks in my mind. I'm like, I'm going to stay up all day. I'm going to get this early part of the day anyway. And usually around 12, 1 o'clock, I'll fall out again, wake up at 5. But I'll be all right because we're going to be back tomorrow with some more shows. I got to put up that other clip. Not a clip, though. It's a lot longer than a clip when I wake up. And whatever I come to out of my heart tomorrow, whatever my little lightning rods receive in a download for a rant. And again, I'm not going to come with all these facts. I will do shows like that. Everybody has their way of being brilliant. You know, when you come on Monday night, we got Brother Neil Frazier, and he breaks it down. Oh, so brilliantly. And we have Positively Angela after that. And we have, different ones that come in. I got to get a call to Mr. Political. His Facebook page was hacked. And so I'm talking to him, texting him back and forth on Messenger. And he starts pushing this. Did you ever hear about the so-and-so program? I'm like, no, his page was hacked. Because he sent me a friend request, but we're already friends. So I'm like, so you got to be careful. There's some chick today on Telegram. Hi, how you doing? I love your work. And studied up all the things that I do. I love your artwork. I love this. I really want to connect with you. So it's not like a woman's always going to want to connect with me sexually. Okay, cool. I know I'm an odd individual. I'm a little different. I'm a little interesting in a touch kind of way because y'all don't know what'll fly out my mouth, right? So I said, okay, cool. We can be friends. Where do you live? I live in Tanzania. Okay, cool. Then she started, have you ever heard about the so-and-so program and so-and-so.com and so-and-so? I was like, oh, no. I said, listen, I don't do stuff like that with people I don't know. Then she came back. I was like, did you, the same exact thing, copied and pasted. I'm like, let me block this person. And I think it really was a real person. Like, I know the bots, but they started copy and pasting the sales pitch. So even then, we don't know. You see a pretty profile picture, that might be some damn dude on there. Might be some agent, might be some whatever. Because like I said, somebody was sent out here as soon as we moved out here, asking about me. And we knew him in the chat room all the time. I saw him pop in the other day. I ain't say nothing. All kind of, I got to tell you all that on the conference call private that I would just cut out. How that one worked out in detail. You just don't know who you're around sometime. And I know because of the platform, it afforded me to probably meet a lot more people than usual. You know, if I was some dude working a night shift somewhere and just had a little profile with my friends and family on there, you know, this stuff, people cuss me out for things I did from 15 years ago. I don't agree with that art. I was like, listen, I didn't write that yesterday. You know what I mean? I didn't write that article yesterday. I have evolved in my views and it even got worse, so you'll hate me now. But I don't get caught up in that. Sometimes you got to smash them. You really do. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to wrap this down. I just wanted to, I would have gone another hour or so, but the hour and everything, I'm going to get into bed, get a little sleep. By the time I hit REM sleep, it's time to wake up. So we're going to deal with it that way. And I'll be back tomorrow and I'll be gathering up stuff as I travel along life and, you know, do my thing. Got my cameras right here. They're all charged and ready. Just grab and go. I love it. And I want to thank you for just vibing with me and sharing with me and correcting me. I'm not above correcting. I'm not some egotistical YouTuber who thinks he's God and I have followers. You all are my brothers and sisters and I love you. That follower talk was built into social media to create this dynamic where they make you followers and they allow certain YouTubers and people on other social media platforms to have these great numbers or be influential and pay them a good amount of money because we're not watching TV no more. We're watching YouTube and we're getting our TV that way. So when we have people that are engineered in their mission, they're told this is who you're going to be and you're going to focus on this aspect of the Black community, this aspect of the Latino community. You got militant homos out here with YouTube pages and they become the voice of. And people follow them because, oh, they speak my kind of talk. That's the way I feel. And these people are not even living the life that you think, and they don't give a damn about you. Ain't no phone number out there for them to call. My phone number is out there. In America, it's 407-590-0755. It's been that way. I may not always pick it up. I'll let it go to voicemail sometimes. I don't know because I get a lot of spooky calls more so these days than anything else. And a lot of people call me and don't say nothing. I don't know if you know about that with the AI phishing of your voice, recording of your voice. If you say, hello, who's calling? I can't hear you. Oh, you're done. Because they can take your voice and make a engineered, manufactured thing of your voice, a whole speech, and leak it. I'm not scared of that. You got to understand that, you know, when you speak a certain way, you stand large or small, they're going to come after you. They're going to come after the most visible ones. But I am not going to lie on all my experiences and all the things I've seen and the truth that I've absorbed. Ain't nothing about my truth. It's our truth because it may come a different way. If we all know the truth to be the number 5, but I say 4 plus 1 and you say 6 minus 1 and somebody else says 3 plus 2, right? It's still 5. You might be in California, Texas, New York, Philippines, whatever. But once we come together to understand what really is and get out of these divisions that are put on us that we cling to, we need to let it go. We are one. That's why they keep the languages so twisted up in the motherland. Every country got another language, but they make sure you speak English. We can't communicate with each other. Who put these artificial boundaries and borderlines of this country to that country? I am Nigerian. No, I don't like Ghanaians, and I don't like Nigerians. I'm Ghanaian. All that stuff they try to push. And they each down the road from each other. Are you crazy? Okay, we know that certain tribal situations have developed their culinary taste a different way, or their rituals of what they do on a spiritual level. We understand that, but we're one. But if we all got together, could you imagine? Could you imagine? No matter where we go or where you go, we are there. I know there's some black Eskimos somewhere. I know there's a lot of black people in China. I know there's a lot of black people in Vietnam. I know there are a lot of people of every race that claim to be pure from black, got black in them because they came out of that or influenced by that. We're the strongest thing. You go into a roach-infested apartment somewhere and the exterminator sprays it up. But them dead roaches leave an egg that comes back in a month. And you say, wait a second, how'd they keep coming back? I'm not comparing us to roaches, but we are powerful. But we're also insecure. A lot of us don't believe in ourselves. And I won't even say just believe. A lot of us don't even know. You gotta know. When you're a fighter and you go into that ring, I don't care if you got 34 losses and 12 wins, you better know you're winning. To step through those ropes and not let your spirit get beat. And my spirit ain't never getting beat. If you see them Toby and me like they did Toby or Kunta Kinte to make him say, Toby, that's some AI generated bullshit. I ain't going out like that. That's why from young, I was very disciplined. Not because I was a bodybuilder. I never took no drugs. I willed myself into shape. I did 1,000. It wasn't sit-ups per se. It was on this a lower back contraption where you face down. I would get on that. And before I left the gym after my workout, I did 1,000 of those a day. And those were harder because I had to go all the way back down and come all the way back up. They worked my hip flexors and my abs and my serratus. I'm not caught up in that like I'm some whatever caught up into myself. But my stomach at that point as a teenager was a damn cobblestone, like a cobblestone road. Let me show you again. They didn't even catch me hitting the shot right. I know my afro was all jacked up that day and I had some sideburns. So come on, give me a break. That was 1982. The 80s where it wasn't even established yet. We're coming out the 70s. I'm trying to be a man. But look at that stomach. I don't care how much y'all punch me in my stomach. It ain't going to hurt. Like cobblestones. My ass was ripped. Everything was sliced. I didn't even hit the shot yet. I didn't even hit this shot yet either. You see what I mean? 41 years ago. But I didn't know myself all the way, but I knew what was going on around me. Discipline is what I know. If I was undisciplined around the ladies, it's because I allowed myself to be. When the fun and games began, when my little watch alarm clock went off, and a young lady might say, just stay so I can finish. Like I said, all you heard was, pulled it right on out. Listen, sweetheart, we're going to finish this later. It's time for me to go to the gym. How many 17, 18, 19-year-olds you think would do that? I'm the same way now. I ain't going to bed until I come on here and we chat a little bit, and that's going to be every single night. Not even, it's just 5 days away. I'll say that. And sometimes I may have a day off because I'm taking time to do graphics, and I want to take one of these days this weekend, maybe still do some recorded stuff and a live show if you want, but I'm going to focus on making some t-shirts. I got too many sayings to do. It's not like 10 or 20. I got like 200 or 300. I can't do them all in one day, but I got to start. I'm going to price them real cheap. I'm not trying to make no profit off it. I just want us to have something to wear that represents what we're saying in a slick way. You saw that list I had. I got some in the phone. I got some on the back of that drawing pad, whatever have you. That's all I think about. It's the mind and getting our minds right. There's no time because, look, white folks are breaking out in war with each other. Asians and white folks and white folks, Ukraine. What do you think they think about us? Of course, we don't have no military. And the land that we have, whether it's the motherland or America, is severely compromised. We know that. It's just a little less tension over here where I am. But it can come over here too. I'm not going to lie to y'all, but it damn sure feels good. It may not last forever. They don't want us living well, and living well doesn't mean a whole lot of money, but at peace with ourselves, where we can generate what we have to generate and you can live a natural life. The stress from America is still coming out of me like waves. But instead of a wave going into me, it's something coming out. It's like I'm spiritually throwing up, mentally upchucking. And every time it's over, one of those bouts, because I've been very intense in all my years living there, absorbing and seeing so much. I used to question, how come I see so much? But I know why, because it's because of what I'm supposed to do in my years now and the passion toward it. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of nothing. You can't take my 60 years back. I lived them already and I'm getting more. It comes a point where you have to be even more bold because you have your children coming behind you who need you, to need to see how you talk. How are we going to draw from punks and coons? Everybody wants to play it safe now. They just want to get that money and be quiet. I ain't mad at you wanting to get your money. You know, we need the money in the system that we're in now. But try to transition into a life where it takes nothing to maintain. That may be a little difficult. That if it takes a couple $1,000s to maintain with your bills and, you know, you got to kind of pay your way out of the system or whatever, but it can be done. What if you can bring your overhead to 2,000 and then 1,500 and then 800 and then 500 and then 200 and eventually nothing at all? Why are we trying to immerse ourselves in the system and increase our overhead, which is a ball and chain around our minds and our ankles and our limbs and our life? So now we got to run the rat race now. We can't think about no damn revolution. I'm in debt. And I got to get to this job and I got to work 3 jobs and you out of here after a while. The retirement age is going to increase to 70 or 71 or what? Come on, they keep moving that back. They keep moving the goalposts. Don't you see the game? And then you're gone. You see what I mean? Then you're gone. I'm not ever stopping to do this, but I'm going to enjoy these years at the same time. I'm going to enjoy these years. They ain't going to take that from me. And that's going to keep me healthier. And that's going to keep me strong to continue to do what I'm doing. And I may not be somebody famous, but some little kid will hear or see. And we have to understand our influence on those around us who are open vessels and who are the young revolutionaries coming up who want to hear this stuff. Not every young man is a thug. They may dress a certain way. You say, oh, okay, let's hope but they're absorbing. Have you ever had someone who admired you come to you and spit back things that you've said around them because they admired you, the impression? You know, when I was young and doing bodybuilding and walking through the neighborhood and going to the gym, there were 12 and 11-year-olds who weren't dumb, who saw what I was doing. And, oh, man, that's the guy with the muscles. And that's all it may have been, but they might have been in the supermarket checkout line behind me with their mother and heard me speaking to somebody else on something really deep. And that's the thing that got them, not the muscles. That was the precursor to get the attention. But they said, man, this guy got a brain. And I had a lot of young men who admired me a lot. It started out one way. Man, I want arms like you. I mean, I don't have them arms and limbs now. I'm going to get them back. But after that, as they got older, you paved the way for them like birds flying in formation. Don't you know when the birds fly in formation and you got the one in front cutting the wind and the 2 behind that one continuing to cut the wind? When you go way to the back, you got a lot of them, probably like 25, 30 of them. It's easier for them. They're behind you, but you cut the wind for them. You bushwhack the trail for them. Yes, muscle memory. I go up there with Mr. SCURV and work in the yard. My arms start getting pumped. They still all small and whatnot. I don't look the way I used to. I don't care. I will get that back. A couple months I'll be living up there. I'll be working out. I'll be eating the good food. I'll be whatever. take my time. I'm older now, got to warm the engine up a little more, but that's going to make it worse. I'm going to keep covered for long, but 2 or 3 years and show you, boom, like, oh, shit, what happened? No steroids. He old too? Yes. We all can ascend on all levels. Don't believe this foolishness that they feed you in your mind to shut you down. Well, I'm 60 years old now, and I guess I got to, slow down. My best days, look, you got white CEOs who are 85 years old. Yeah, they can't lift nothing strong. They ain't gonna run around too much, but their minds are prime, making big decisions. Because they know the passage of time and they know the game. You understand? And why do we have to start thinking, oh, I'm about to hit 50, I'm getting old? What you mean you're getting old? I'm not old, I ain't never gonna be old. I'm just gonna expire into the spirit world. I don't know what it's like, but I know I came from somewhere else. Didn't know nothing about this level. I cried and cried and cried. I had a premonition of what my life was going to be like. I was born right across the street from where Malcolm X was shot. Bright lights. I was out the warm womb, didn't hear the heartbeat no more, and a white man turned me upside down by my ankles and smacked me. I should have known from then. I should have known what the life was like from then. You see what I mean? We now, the melanated people who are ingesting all of these poisons, we got to reject that and show that we are the closest thing to Superman and Superwoman on a mental and spiritual and physical level. Damn it. We think we're less. They want us to think that. We're like that dog that was a puppy and they used to whip us and put fear in us, and now we're a big dog and shoot them up and we're so much stronger. But we don't believe so because we got that fear in us from before. And anybody who talks like this has to be snuffed, slandered, reduced, scandaled. That's how they do it. And we accept it because we think nothing of ourselves. Start taking care of yourself, people. Start loving yourself. I know you do in the chat room. But start treating yourself better than you do that brand new car that you take all afternoon to wash and wax and you're primping because you want people to see whatever. You got 1 liver, 2 kidneys. We can't even have those. We can't even have our heart. The vampires are waiting to take our sisters' wombs. You get shot down somewhere. Your heart's still pumping, but you're on your way out, and that ambulance scoops you up and takes you to a part of the hospital that most people don't even know exists. So they can steal your organs and keep them alive or keep them whichever way to ship them out to another country for some old rich Greek dude who's 102. So he can get an extra 6 months of life because he got the money. All these people waiting for an organ. Well, we have you on the list, but there's steady people jumping the line who have more money and influence. I'm saying it this way, than your poor black ass, because you don't have the money. Money, 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 money. We got to get away from that. We got to get back to our own vibration and barter. Barter, 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 barter. We don't need no money. But they got us in their grip. And we're in the system and we need it. I need it. I don't want to need it, but it's greatly reduced. My need, but I still need it. It's like a heroin addict who's taking methadone. Methadone still makes you high. When we were young, we used to get out of the gym. We used to walk down Jamaica Avenue late at night and through Kings Park before we went to the subway to go into the city. We would leave at midnight, 11 o'clock late, taking the train to the city. And there's a park called Kings Park. I think it's still there on Jamaica Avenue and 150th Street. And they had a heroin program around there somewhere. And a lot of the heroin dudes and women would hang out there all night long, sitting on the bench. Some of them might have been homeless. They didn't bother nobody, but they were there nodding out. And they had a thing back then called spitbacks. The heroin addicts were so slick with what they did. They all joined up for the program to get their methadone, the methadone program. And so they'd line up to get their methadone, right? They're supposed to be weaning off, and they give it to them incrementally every day or whatever amount. I don't know the schedule. So the heroin addicts who are still shooting heroin would go in to these programs, and the doctors would administer, it's an oral, it's like a pill, like a capsule or whatever. And so, oh, thank you, doc. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you in 2 days, whatever it is. And they would sell the methadone that they just put in their mouth. That's why they called it at that time spitbacks. There's a hustle in everything. Spitbacks, y'all. So they spit it out their mouth. I don't know if they washed it off or whatnot, but they would sell it to people who would get high on methadone so they can get money to go get more smack, more heroin to shoot in their arm. You see what I mean? It's amazing. When they come with this digital thing too, there's going to be ways around it. You spend your money, you still can give away food and do things with sexual favors and different things. You see what I mean? So I don't know. I keep saying I'm going to end it, but it's not never an ending thing. It's just a continuation thing. It's just a thing where we rest and we come back. But I love you all. I respect you all. I thank you for the energy you bring into my life. You keep me going. I can't do this by myself. You know what I mean? I have a good old time every single night chatting. You know what I mean? So I'm going to wrap this down now. Leave your, if you want to go into the conference line, I know it's late. It's 4:08 over here. I'm just going to piddle around for the next 2 hours, 2.5 hours until Mrs. SCURV wakes up and has to hit the street to get up to the house. If I didn't have anything else to do or sleep to get, I'd go up there with her today. She got some footage also, but I think it was on the wrong setting. I had to check it out. I'll check it out tomorrow up there with the plants. They're beautiful, beautiful shots. You know what I mean? And thank you all so much. So many names to even call out. I should have did it early. I think I did it early, but so many people are here now. So don't think because I don't call your name the monk. He said, I'm looking at the chat room now. Yeah. I need to go to bed. And I know I don't want to go, but I promise we're going to do some long ones. Mrs. SCURV is going to come back with some stuff. And I'm happy. I'm happy that way. In the trenches, in the war, we can get along while the bombs fly over our head and the bullets fly over our head. And this is my way of being in the trenches and not forgetting that there's a war, but we can sharpen our swords, tell a joke, share a joke, eat some good food before it's time to go back to battle. This is the way I see it. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely going to do that. So listen, y'all, I will be back and I'll be here and I'm always accessible. And Khadijah, I'm going to give you a 3-minute call. I hope it's not too late over there. You know what happens? I stay up so late over here that people over on the East Coast start getting tired before me. Like, yo, Lance, I'm getting tired, man. I'm like, yo, it's 4 in the morning, 4:10 over here. What you mean? No, but I feel it. I'll give into it, for a little while, so we'll take care of that. But anyway, let me run and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, yeah, because you're in tomorrow now. It's 12:10, so we're in the same date of the 17th of May. And remember, I put that thing up on Patreon about what is good. It's an adult type thing, but it's not a shallow speech. It's something that went a little deeper. And I've been asked to do another one tomorrow at some point and put it up there. So I will before I do the shows tonight. But I'm looking forward to it. Much love to you all. And I will talk to you in a little while. Peace. Peace, peace, peace. All right. Have a good night.